flow into gratitude as you notice something strange about money that almost nobody notices. Everyone watches the final sale, the final customer, the final transaction, but very few people watch the invisible tunnel through which value keeps circulating before it ever becomes revenue. Imagine a narrow vertical system where the raw material, the processing, the packaging, the distribution, and even the customer relationship all exist inside one tightly connected channel. Most people see limitation. Gratitude sees continuity. You find yourself standing inside a business that feels less like a company and more like a river flowing through a canyon. The walls are close. The path is narrow. Nothing is wasted. Every movement echoes into the next movement. A supplier's discipline becomes a manufacturer's advantage. A manufacturer's precision becomes a distributor's confidence. A distributor's reliability becomes a customer's trust. Gratitude begins appearing because you suddenly realize that cash flow is not created at the moment money arrives. Cash flow is created long before that. Inside thousands of coordinated decisions nobody applauds. You become grateful for invisible efficiency, a delayed phone call avoided, a quality issue prevented before it existed, a shipment that arrived exactly when needed, a relationship preserved during a difficult quarter. Tiny actions that never become headlines quietly protect entire streams of future revenue. The fascinating thing about tight vertical integration is that every improvement travels through the entire structure. A single percentage point of improvement does not stay where it was born. It moves. It compounds. It echoes through procurement, operations, logistics, customer retention, and future expansion. Gratitude emerges because you start seeing how one intelligent decision can keep feeding value into multiple layers of the same ecosystem. You watch money differently now. Instead of seeing cash as something that appears, you see it as something that circulates. It moves through systems, trust, timing, attention, relationships, and execution. The healthiest cash flow often comes from the places where uncertainty has been removed. Every eliminated friction point becomes a silent invitation for value to keep moving. And suddenly the entire structure feels alive. The warehouse is not separate from the customer. The customer is not separate from the supplier. The supplier is not separate from the future. Everything is connected inside one disciplined flow. Gratitude expands because you recognize that abundance is often hidden inside coordination rather than expansion. As you continue observing this tightly integrated river of value, you become thankful for the unseen architecture holding everything together. Not the dramatic moments, not the visible victories, the quiet connections, the invisible handoffs, the unnoticed alignments. Because in the deepest sense, cash flow is simply trust flowing through a system that has learned how to waste less energy resisting itself. And the more clearly you see that flow, the more gratitude naturally begins flowing through you as well.